Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The Dajjal and the return of the Jesus. Read any chapter. Protection from the trials and tribulations of the Dajjal. The Prophet ﷺ has taught his Ummah how to safeguard herself from the fitna of Al-Masih Dajjal. For certainly, he has left his Ummah upon the clear way, Al-Mahajja Al-Bayda. Its night is like its day, and no one divides from it except the one who is damned. He ﷺ did not leave any good except that he has directed his Ummah to it, nor any evil without warning them against it. Among the things that he ﷺ has warned us against was the fitna of the Dajjal, for surely up to the establishment of the hour it is the greatest of all fitna, which the Ummah will face and encounter. Every prophet warned his Ummah against the one-eyed Dajjal, while the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ has been distinguished with additional cautioning and warning of his Ummah. Indeed, Allah expounded to him much of the Dajjal's descriptions and characteristics, so he could forewarn his Ummah about him. The Dajjal will undoubtedly emerge among this Ummah, because it is the last Ummah and Muhammad ﷺ is the seal of the prophets. These are some of the prophetic guidelines which the chosen Prophet ﷺ has showed his Ummah, so that it may be protected against this mighty fitna. We ask Allah to save us and grant us refuge. Number 1. Holding fast to Islam to equip oneself with the weapon of Iman, having knowledge of Allah's lofty names and most excellent attributes in which he has no partner nor shared by anyone else. Consequently, one who knows this will know and recognize with certainty that Dajjal is only a man who eats and drinks like the rest of the people, while Allah the most elevated is free and above all of that. He will realize that Dajjal is one-eyed and Allah is not one-eyed. You realize the Dajjal is not even one eye. One eye is the attribute that has been given to him. No, it's the sifa yani. But the Dajjal actually doesn't see even in both of his eyes. He doesn't see. In all of his eyes, he's blind. And the left of his eye, it has been covered by skin. So yani, it's not a one eye. And Allah is not a one eye. And that no one shall see his Lord until he dies, but the Dajjal will be seen by all people, believers and kafirs alike, when he emerges. And that no one shall see his Lord until he dies, but the Dajjal will be seen by all people, believers and kafirs alike, when he emerges. 2. Seeking protection with Allah from the fitna of the Dajjal, especially in Salah prayer, as occurs in many authentic hadith. From them is what is reported by Bukhari, Muslim and Al-Nisai. From Al-Ma'mun, Aisha, may Allah please with her, of the Prophet ﷺ, who said, the Messenger of Allah ﷺ used to say in his Salah, كان يدعو في الصلاة اللهم إني أعوذ بك من العذاب القبر وأعوذ بك من فتنة المسيح الدجال. Oh Allah, I seek protection with you from the torment of the grave. I seek protection with you from the fitna of the Dajjal. Al-Bukhari narrates from Mus'ab, who said Sa'ad used to command with 5 matters, which the Prophet ﷺ used to command with them from them. أعوذ بك من فتنة الدنيا, I seek protection from you from the fitna of the dunya, meaning the fitna of the Dajjal. And in the employing of the word dunya strictly for the Dajjal is an indication that the fitna of the Dajjal is the greatest for trials and tribulations to take place in the dunya. All Muslims read that Abu Huraira, may Allah be pleased with him, said, the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, إذا تشهد أحدكم فليستعذ بالله من أربعين. يقول, when any one of you is at the end of tashahud, then let him seek Allah's protection from 4 matters by saying, Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min adhab al-qabr, min adhab jahannam, wa min adhab al-faqr, ومن عذاب القبر ومن فتنة المحيا والممات ومن شر فتنة المسيح الدجال. O Allah, I seek refuge with you from the punishment of hell, from the punishment of the grave, from the trials of the life and death, and from the evil of the fitna of the Dajjal. Imam Taus used to command his son to repeat his prayer if he had not received this particular solution in his prayer. This is evidence that the Salaf were very eager in teaching their children this great application. Al-Safarani says, it is essential for every scholar that spreads that the hadith regarding the Dajjal among his children, women and men, for indeed it occurs that from the signs of his appearance, drawing nearer, is that mention of him will be forgotten on the pulpits. Manabir. Up to his saying, especially in our time, in which fitan, trials, and tribulations have elongated and great adversities have increased, the distinguishing features of the prophetic sunnah have been affected and have become like innovations to the people. So an innovation is like legislation to be followed, and there is no movement nor might except by Allah, the Most High, the Most Magnificent. Badri, memorizing verses from Surah Al-Kahf. The Prophet ﷺ commanded us to recite the opening verses of Surah Al-Kahf upon the Dajjal, and according to some reports, the concluding verses of this surah. This means reciting the 10 verses from its beginning or the 10 from its end. Among the hadith narrated concerning this is when it is which is reported by Muslim, the lengthy hadith from Al-Nawawas ibn Saman, in which he is saying sallallahu alaihi wasallam, فَمَنْ أَدْرَكَ مِنْكُمْ فَلْيَقْرَأْ عَلَيْهِ أَيْنَأَمْ فواتها Surah Al-Kahf. Whoever among you encounters him, that is the Dajjal, let him recite upon him the opening verse of Surah Al-Kahf. Muslim read from Abu Darda, the Prophet ﷺ said, Man hafidha ashara ayati min awali Surah Al-Kahf usima min al-Dajjal. Whoever read the 10 commencing verses from Surah Al-Kahf will be protected from the Dajjal. Muslim said, Shubha said, قال شعبة من آخر الكهف, that they are from the concluding verses of Surah Al-Kahf. Haman said, قال حمام من أول الكهف, that they are from the beginning of Surah Al-Kahf. And now we comment, the reason for this is because at the great wonders and great signs its commencing verses contain, for whosoever reflects or replay upon them shall not be put to trial by the Dajjal. Similarly, in its concluding part is Allah's the Most High sayings, أفحسب الذين كفروا أن يتخذوا عبادي من دوني أولياء. Do they then, those who disbelieve, that they can make my slave as awliya besides me? This is from the distinctive features of Surah Al-Kahf, for there are many ahadith encouraging that it be recited especially on Fridays. Al-Hakim read from Abu Sa'id al-Khudri, may Allah be pleased with him, the Prophet ﷺ said, whoever recites Surah Al-Kahf on Friday, then it will illuminate light for him from one day to the next. This athar, there is athar which reading Surah Al-Kahf on Friday is daif. That's athar is daif. All of it is daif. I think it is Ibn Taymiyyah or it's Bin Baz, and he said it is daif. All the athar that reading of Surah Al-Kahf in the day of Friday is daif. Ibn Baz said it. And obviously Surah Al-Kahf is of great significance, containing great verses such as the story of the people of the cave, the story of Musa and Al-Khidr, the story of Dhul Qarnayn and his building the great barrier, barricading Yuj and Majuj, the affirming of resurrection and the blowing of the trumpet, the exposition of those who are most in lost regarding their deeds, believing that they were on guidance and that they were upon misguidance and blindness. So it is essential for every Muslim that he eagerly recite this surah, memorize it, and to repeat it often, especially on the best day upon which the sun has ever risen, namely Friday. Number 4, fleeing from the Dajjal and remaining far away from him. The most excellent of places are Makkah or Medina, as has already been preceded, The most excellent of places are Makkah or Medina, as has already preceded that the Dajjal shall not enter them. The Dajjal also shall not enter the mosque, the Masjid Al-Aqsa in Palestine. He will not enter it. It is crucial for every Muslim when the Dajjal appears that he remains far away as possible because of the great confusion he will cause and the miraculous feat that he will have with him, which Allah will cause to occur at his hands as a trial for the people. For people will approach him and consider himself to be firm and full of iman, and will end up believing in him and following him. We ask Allah that He protect us and all the Muslims from his fitna. Imam Ahmad, Abu Dawood and Al-Hakim narrate from Abu Dahama, who said, I had Imran bin Hussein, may Allah be pleased with him. Aina. Imam Ahmad, Abu Dawood and Al-Hakim narrate from Abu Dahama, who said, I had Imran bin Hussein. Dari kam cek Imam Ahmad, Abu Dawood and Al-Hakim narrated from Abu Dahama, who said, I heard Imran bin Hussein, may Allah be pleased with him, related the Prophet ﷺ said, Man samiya bil dajjal fala aina am aywa. Yani Prophet ﷺ said, whoever hears of the Dajjal, then let him keep far away from him, for by Allah a man will approach him and he will consider himself a firm believer. I will end up believing in him and following him due to great misguiding he will cause and doubts that he will put forth.